to describe how I felt about change a year ago, I would probably say uncomfortable, probably a little bit guarded. If I didn't have control at least, but surprisingly adaptable. Our relationship with change reveals far more than whether we're good at adapting. It reveals how safe we feel within ourselves. And that's why change has to start internally. At its core, our relationship to change reflects our sense of internal safety, our level of self-trust, whether we lead with force or alignment, our attachment to a familiar identity, and how we relate to ourselves under stress. Change isn't just a mindset shift, it's a safety shift.
Oh, geez, so much to do in so little time. Look at my desk. Look at this desk.
I've always struggled with perfectionism, unrealistic expectations, and lack of clarity. These are all forms of misalignment, and misalignment keeps us from following through on the promises we make to ourselves, not because we're lazy or undisciplined, but because our internal system isn't in agreement. And this creates internal resistance through self-protection, like feeling unsafe, unworthy, unclear, through stress, through inconsistency, through imposter syndrome, and through burnout.
Today I really felt a little bit pressured, tense, stressed. I don't know. I guess because I don't know. I was at work and I was scrolling social media while I was working, which I shouldn't do because it takes me out of focus. And I started watching YouTube videos, and then I started feeling like I could be doing so much more. And I hate when I'm battling with myself like that. Like, oh, I could be doing this, I could be doing that. Like, if I just leave now and start putting in the grind, I can do this. And I know I can do it, but I don't want to rush things. And I don't know what it is. But yeah, that yoga session was really needed, and I'm happy I did it because I feel so much better now.
It wasn't only until about a year ago that I really understand the true meaning of change. I've always been a dreamer. I dream about the places I want to travel to, the things I want to accomplish, the things I want to experience, and even the things I want to learn someday. And as I got older, the list got longer. I want to do all the things, but a part of me felt like I didn't trust myself enough to follow through on those things. It got to a point where I felt like I was doing all the right things, but nothing seemed to be working. Until I started rebuilding my self-trust. It made me look internally, and that's when I learned that perfectionism isn't about having high standards. It's when self-worth becomes conditional. Letting go of perfectionism allowed me to show up authentically, and even though I'm still finding my voice, I no longer look for validation outside of myself. I learned that when I set unrealistic expectations for myself, I'm essentially ignoring my energy, my nervous system, my reality, and my current season of life. I've learned to stop asking my future self to perform before resourcing my present self. I learned that without clarity, effort feels scattered. Clarity is what allows the body to organize energy efficiently. Without it, consistency feels chaotic instead of stabilizing. Rebuilding my self-trust helped me to shed light on where I felt vulnerable, where I was moving in obscurity, and where I was acting out of alignment. I was reading over, actually I was looking for space in my journal to start writing, right? And I just happened to flip through a page where I was doing a journal challenge. It's like me reading this back right now, like it's bringing chills to my body, and I just love it. The journal prompt is, what advice does future me have? And it says, Dear Kashima, you are beautiful, you are smart, you are loving, and you are caring. You have everything you need to become the best version of yourself. Stay focused and disciplined, for the road may not be easy. Remember that adversity will grow you into the best version of you. Always start with the next step if the task seems too big. And remember, discipline is not a bad thing. With discipline comes great freedom. Stay true to yourself, efficient with things, and effective with people. Take time for yourself, and remember, life is a journey, not a race. I just really love this journal that I left for myself. Oh my gosh, I'm so proud, I'm so proud, I'm so proud. When promise comes from safety, clarity, and identity, follow through feels natural. We often think that change starts with actions, new routines, new habits, new goals, but real lasting change doesn't begin with what you do. It begins with how you see yourself. If the internal world stays the same, any external change will collapse back to the familiar. Self-trust is linked to the true meaning of change because sustainable change isn't about becoming someone new. True change is rooted in rebuilding your self-trust. When you trust yourself, change shifts from being a forced behavior and external compliance to internal alignment and sustainability. Self-trust allows you to listen to your inner signals, keep the promises you make to yourself, and reinforce a reliable self-concept through small, consistent actions. You build confidence and consistency. Without internal change, we tend to repeat old patterns on a surface level. With it, change becomes integrated. It becomes less about fixing yourself and more about honoring your internal authority and living in integrity with who you are. If you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you like and subscribe to the channel if you can, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!